Hello there, Dementia Man here. I've got this laptop here, which I'm going to, it's overheating. Other than that, it is all working. Needs a new battery for the CMOS, but it doesn't affect it working. It works fine without the battery, because it's one of these that has to have a wire on it, and it's a silly little battery. Look, that's it. It's tiny. I don't know. It's a tiny little thing. I think it's, if in fact it can only be a few volts, but it don't seem to affect anything not being in there. This particular one has got a BIOS password, which it'll run without going into the BIOS. I can load up an operating system onto it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to actually oh, we got a blank screen. Oh dear. That's it. I've been having trouble with my camera setup. Anyway, this is it. It's a Toshiba. It's really nice. It's got a nice finish to it. It's one of their better ones from years ago. Look, you can even see me in it. I'm sorry about the reflections off the lid. I'll show you the inside bit. Well, you're going to see a lot of the inside anyway. And it's really nice. It's missing a couple of keys. I have looked it up. I can get them keys. But let's start on it. Let's get going. That's where I took out the battery. It's wired in. It goes right inside somewhere. I'll have a look at that when we're in pieces. I've got enough wire here to connect another battery and tuck it back under there. It was tucked right in there, stuck down with a sticky pad. I don't know if this is the one with the dual heat pipes or anything. Because this is a P200 16T. Now there are loads of variations to this particular model. Yeah, that's the memory out. You've all done that before, I know. I'm going to do my best to do this video, but I've been having trouble with the dementia. As you know, dementia gets worse and worse and worse. Now, under this cover, we got the main hard drive. I have tested this machine before I've done all this. At the back here, you got two little screws. Oh, I've only got one. I'm going to have to take my glasses off. That's a bit better. What we're going to do is we take out the screws from the back of the hard drive caddy. They call them caddies. It's always the way, isn't it? You don't want to come out that screw. Here it is. Get your little pot. Keep all your screws. And then it just slides into these two slots at the back of the case. And there it is, SSD. I put that in there for testing. It didn't have one when it first turned up. I don't know why. I like these old ones, and I still keep buying them. Now this cover over here is your second hard drive. So you can take two hard drives. This one. This particular one's going to have Windows 10 on it, and in this second bay I've got a hard drive with all my music on it, all my CDs, everything's on one hard drive, and I'm going to use this machine purely for using Nero for copying CDs over. As I buy the CD, I'll put them onto this, and then I've always got a copy. As usual, you're meant to take the battery out first. But this one, it looks like the original battery. It's absolutely no good whatsoever. Right, there's no more covers on this. That one probably is the CD-ROM, I think. Is it? Yeah, it might be. Let's see if we can get the CD-ROM out. I could be wrong, which I am a lot these days. No, we'll do that in a minute. Anyway, now what you want to do is undo all the screws. This is such a big laptop. It's a 17-inch. Unless I unzoom the camera, yeah. Anyway, you want to physically take all these screws out. There's always some that you can't get on the end of your screwdriver. All of it's for some reason the screwdriver, my magnetic screwdriver, is not picking the screws up. I like this because the Toshiba actually mark on the case. It's got a little F8, so it's an 8mm. This is a 6.5. This screw. It's really nice the way they mark the screws on there. There's a little one down the back here. I suspect this does something to do with the hinge. As I say, you got to undo all the screws. Try and remember where they go. They're not marked, them ones, but they're little ones. I'm going to do my best to do this video before I have to go out. I got 2 hours, I think, but I'm a bit slow these days. I've not had one of these apart before. I have owned one before and not actually took any apart. The last one I owned had already been serviced by somebody else. Oh, these screws are not picking up. I wonder if they're anti-magnetics. They can't be. No, they're not. It's just me being... Yeah, look, they're coming out now. Look, see. If it goes quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. No, it doesn't want to come out. Anyway, we're up this end now. What's that? Don't know. These laptops, these particular models, the P200s, they were considered to be desktop replacements, they called them. They're not really very portable because they're really, really heavy. At the time, they were the best they could make. I'm not keen on this. Not being able to get a lot of these screws out of the case. I don't know why that is. That one come out. Right, this is the wireless card. Undo the. Be gentle with these wires because they can break. So obviously you're going to need these disconnected to remove the screen. I believe these wires here are they're from the power socket. So if I muck this up, you know, I hope I don't, because I actually paid a little bit of money for this one, simply because it booted up to the loading screen. If you see him in the pictures booting to the loading screen, then you know it's normally you could say, oh, it's working. But sometimes they can work, but when they boot up, the graphics fails when it starts loading up graphics drivers. This one, for some reason, is supposed to be an ATI. Feels like someone's had that one out before, that screw. Unless it's got a broken post. Look, a hidden screw under that little flap. That means there's probably one on the other side as well. This is going to be an interesting one to take apart and put together. Now that screw was loose, so maybe someone has had this apart before. Did I get that one at the back there? Yeah. Don't have to take the wireless card out. It looks like it comes out with the main bolt. What we got here? There's another one. Hiding under the insulator. I shall have to put my screwdriver on the magnet again. What's under that side? Is there one under there? No. Not this side. No, don't look like it. There's that little flappy up bit there. It's well stuck down, so anyway. I think I got them all. My videos are quite long because I'm not high speed. I don't do none of that high speed stuff. I'll make mistakes. What a lovely thing this is. I mean, it really is. When you think about it, someone designed this, you know, some company, Toshiba, when they were Toshiba. I think they changed names. They're Dynabooks now, I think they are, if they're still around even. So check that button, it's probably working all right. Right, now it's keyboard time, and you got this it's a really highly black gloss finish, this is. Just rock it back and forwards while putting a little bit of pressure on it, and it should come up without breaking. There it goes. A few second break just a few seconds. I'll just pause this. Right, I'm back again. I've got a bit of a cold. I think you call it a cold. Don't normally get them, so it must be something else going on. The keyboard, that trim's removed. No screws in that one, no screws in that one, but there's no holes for it. So obviously this keyboard fits different models. Screw at each end. It looks like 4s. Oh, that's a nice one. It's a flappy up one. Flap it up, out it comes. Polished plastic. Now we'll have a few screws here. I'm sure them ones in these bosses. 1, 2. Oh, it is the hard drive screw here. Not the hard drive, the CD-ROM drive. So it mounts from this side. Here we go. Now we get a proper date now. 2008. And it's in lovely condition for that age. I mean, the whole thing is... There's no marks, no digs in the case. It's got a couple of scratches here and there, but you expect that, don't you? I'm not too sure about these two here. They look like... Now that's loose, and that's loose. So I suspect these are they part of the case? Yeah, they got to come out. I suspect they go through into maybe part of the heat sink. I'm not sure. Other than that, it's lovely design. They're actually riveted a boss into there. The mouse cable is here, and it's a looks like a pulley out one. There's no connections. Oh, hang on, sorry about that. Wow, stop it. Cool, that's in there tight. That's it. It's a push in. That was the keyboard one. Now over here, this looks like the power button. Again, it's a push in. Cool, how tight. And this one here would be for these multimedia buttons, and that's a push in as well. Cool. Did they glue them in? No, I don't think so. Let's have a look at that one. That one's out, that one's out, that one's out. Now I suspect it's I get the case off. It's again, this is the bit I don't like doing. God, the shakes are really not good today. Was there any screws down the CD-ROM hole? You should always check down in here to see if there's any screws once you've took the CD-ROM out. Everything may be not in your view at the moment because It's such a big thing. Oh, they're them screws that I missed that couldn't get out with a screwdriver. Am I doing this wrong? I don't know. Come here. Did I miss a screw there? I did. Look at that. Missed a screw. If you find it don't come off easily, just check for another screw, because you don't want to break the case, do you? It depends if you're scrapping these. You know, it's how you want to take them apart, but. Going on here. Oh, I might have to take that out. It's the blank for the I forget what they call it. It's an extra socket. You could actually put a card in this where this comes out. I forget, a PCM socket or something, and you can actually put USB 3 onto this computer using that socket. You can get a card that plugs in, and it'll make you with USB 3s. Don't ask me where you get the card from, but I know you can. I may even have one. What's going on here? Good, it is tight. There's no screws there. That feels like I've got another, but I undone that, I'm sure I did. Out of view again. There's no screws there. I've got them all. It does feel like there's another screw there. Here's one here. Don't know how that one fell out. That end's free. I'm sorry about these views, you can't really see, can you? Doesn't really matter because I don't know what I'm doing anyway. Why is that? Is there a clip inside that socket there? Let's try taking it off from the other side and see when I get back to there. I've got a screw here, which I don't know, I'm being silly today, aren't I? I bet a lot of you already saw that screw and were screaming at me, get that screw. There we go, that's that bit of case off. Put it somewhere safe that you ain't going to kick it over. A nice machine, it really is. Proper speaker cases on the speakers to give it a sound. The surrounds to the speakers, this is where you want to check while you got it apart. Around the surround. This hand's got a life of its own. You don't know why you are. Oh dear. There's another screw there that I didn't get. Don't know why, the screwdriver's not picking them up today. Right, now this bit, you've got this is your antenna wires that come from that one goes over there to the, look at that, a modem. Is it a modem? I'm not, hang on. No, that's the power socket. What's that wire there? Got an extra wire going over there. Here's me. Here's the wires from the wireless. You need to get them out like that. And over this side, you've got the screen connector, which is plugged in here. You want to ease that out. That bit of tape lecture. And that goes like that. Now the inverter for the screen will be in there, and it doesn't have any feed wires, so it gets its power through this socket here. Well, that's the way they've done it. Here's the screen connector. There's the screen hinge connector. I'm just going to mark them because there's one screw there that doesn't have it back in. One there, and one there. Now they go back in. This one here, this one here, and this one here. Now these other holes are from the case screws. If I don't mark them, you end up putting this. What are they? Gonna put them in a different pot. Take that battery out there. So that I know they're the screen ones, in case I get it wrong. Now the screwdriver's working. I won't let go of the screws. Did I hear someone snoring in, or did I put you asleep? I wonder why this one's overheating. It's possible that it's purely just the age and the thermal paste has gone hard and is not transferring heat from the CPU to the heatsink, or it's a bit of both. That and dust in the fan. Hello, what's going on here? It's very tight to get off there. Did I not get all them screws out of that hinge? Did I miss one? No. Oh. Oh, let's see. You've got to rock it slightly this way and then drop it in like that. I see. Well, that's the screen out. What a nice bit of engineering. I mean, Those hinges are so well made. These hinges don't break like the new ones, do they? New ones are rubbish, aren't they? You look at the hinge and it breaks. Now what we've got to do is get the motherboard out, or the main board. It's not, you know, well, I suppose you call it motherboard. Just have a quick look, see what screws you've got. Get your pen. Now they're marked with big arrows, these, but my pen helps me with the dementia. Because silly people shouldn't do this. I include myself in that, to be honest with you. We've got USB leads across here. What's that one? Oh, that's the modem wire, that one. Goes across here to this connector here. I only see 2 screws that are holding this in. One there and one there. We know more in a minute. Right, what you want to do is disconnect these cables. If you can, pull it on the socket, not the wire, like I'm going to do now. See if I can ease that out there a little bit. I'll do it in a second, hang on. Stop it. Yeah. I'm wondering if I should really be doing these things now. I'm wondering if it's the Parkinson. Hang on, I can feel it going. It's gone. And it's strange illness. Illness? Is it a condition or an illness? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Give us a little bit of leeway here so I can get hold of the wires. Obviously, when you're using a screwdriver near the motherboard, be careful of the circuit board. That, you know, you don't want to damage the circuit board. What happens there? That comes out there. It's got a ribbon going up to there. Oh, it's plugged in. You've got to take this little section out here. Let me finish off this bit first with the modem, which is all stuck down with tape. That's what makes me think this hasn't been out before. If this is original, then I suspect that the main reason this is not working is, I say, it just needs to clean. I don't think the overheating was anything else. That was very loose. But there again, who uses a modem these days? Where's that going? Oh, I see, it tucks down under there. Oh, hang on, where's that one? No, it's to go to the volume control. The modem somewhere else. No, the volume control's on the board. Different wire. That's definitely the modem. May have to come out this way. What was that? Well, it'll all come out in the wash, we'll see. Now this piece, just undo these. This is the CD-ROM head connector. It plugs into the board here. Anyway, I'm going to take it out. Put them in with the screen. What's time? No, we're doing all right. I've got one of them silly opticians appointments. Silly? Are they silly? No, I don't know. And I've been having a bit of trouble with my eyes, and they said it might be the diabetes doing it or something. A bit of tape holding that. Ease the tape off. There it is. It unplugs. It can. This is the original way they used to connect the hard drives up, was through this connector here, the old hard drives. And now they've put this little piece in to make it meet here. So this hard drive, look at that, it's not even a SATA hard drive. It's one of the originals. So I'm not sure if you can still buy them. Right. We won't take that wire. What's that wire? That goes over to here, which is goes over to here, goes round there, round there. It's not a speaker wire. That's strange. I don't know. It's two wires. It's not a speaker. They're red and black, and they go. That's power in. This is speaker here. Strange. Obviously got to unplug it anyway. Not sure where that goes. So there's a couple of strange wires. I've got this one here, which is the modem, I think. Probably unplug it off the board once it's out the case. Anyway, here we go. Two screws holding the board in. One there and one here. Now that was loose. Someone had this out before, and I've bought myself a machine that can't be fixed. It obviously has to come out that way because of that volume control. Anything there? No. Have I missed anything? Doesn't feel like that's coming in. Is that another one under there? There's another screw under there. Let's have a look. Come on. I used to find these so easy to do. Oh, mine, don't damage the board. I used to find them so easy to do. Now it's a bit of a shake. No, that doesn't. That screw there and that screw there are the SATA connectors for the SATA connection for the hard drive. So this board is just needs a little bit of jigging to get it out. It does feel like there's something else over this side. Just a second, people. No, not one under there. I've done that one. Keep looking at that, don't I? Nothing there. Nothing there. No, can't see nothing holding it. Got a lift from this side. Stop it. I've got to have another look. Look at that. Yeah, it feels free. It feels free. Anyone know what I'm doing wrong here? I think it's just a wheel the sockets poke through the case. big one here. This one here is the VGA socket. This isn't one of the higher end ones of it because it's only got the single heat pipe. Now, the higher end ones of this version of this machine, they have a separate heat pipe. So this is a standard one with just the I didn't need to unplug that one at all. Plug it back in. Comes off with the board. Undo the power button and we're free. Right, now we've got this bit out. There are higher end ones of these where you see this here, where they have a separate graphics card, and all this bit is on a separate card, and it has another heat pipe that goes off this way. So our problem is purely the paste on here. I think it's a pad on here, which is the North Bridge, and that's the processor, the CPU, and I think this fan's clogged because it was reaching like 90 degrees centigrade, which is a little bit warm for one of these. Right, what you do now is, this is going to be fun to put back together, isn't it? Keep these screws all separate because these are going back in a little while. Going to have a look now. I read the workshop manual on this one. Workshop manual. Just, and it says that if this is a pad, you can reuse it. If it's paste, just put paste back on here. I couldn't work out, obviously with the motherboard out, I can get the right number off the board and look at the right part of the manual. But the manual covers all the different models. It's a pad for that. Disconnect the fan. Finish with that bit for a minute. It clips together, this one. Oh, it's falling to pieces. I may put a new one back on there. I think I've got some of them. But we've got the right salt. Right, what you do is, sometimes this tape comes off in a nice piece. This one don't. So what you do is you unclip these clips with anything that's nice for doing it. I use a little pin. It helps when you're not shaking. I can feel myself shaking on the inside today. I can get out with this. Oh, it's the best thing for it. You always get one that don't want to come off. You don't want to bend this pipe if you can help it. Do not bend the pipe. They'll have a job to get straight again, and they can collapse on each other. It helps if you don't shake. It really does. I don't know how it's coming across on the camera. There we go. That one's off. I'm not too sure if there's any screws in this one. I don't think there is. There might be. Let me have a look under there. Oh, just a second, just got to get a knife. If you see silver tape like this, put it back on, put another piece back on. Got to unscrew them. That's a nuisance. There's two little screws on this one. Stop it. Don't want to lose them. Which bit's coming off? Is it that? Strange. They don't normally come off this hard to get off. I'll have to reuse this because I've got nothing else to put back. Not for this. Of course, the dementia could be fucking me up here. Get in there. This is jobbing off, isn't it? Ah, look at that. That's the problem. See all that in there? Clog solid this unit is. No wonder it was getting too hot. I found there are easier ones than this to get apart, I'll tell you. Here we go, look. It is solid in there. Oh, the airflow can't get through, so therefore the heat from here is just going to build up. Eventually what will happen is this one here on the heat pad, it uses the same heat pipe as the CPU. Now the CPU is getting cooled first and it pulls the heat through. So what happens is the CPU starts to heat up and this one starts to heat up even more, and then eventually the chip itself starts to foul because it's too much heat. Oh, look at that, I can actually oil that one. It just comes off. What you want to do is just get a little brush of salts. Brush of salts. I don't know what that is. A sort of a brush. And brush it all over your desk. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? I'm going to just go outside and blow it out. So what I'm going to do is I'll pause for a second. I'll be back. Right, I'm back. Going to take this one off here because I'm going to replace that. Because it's still good though. It's a shame because obviously the original stuff is better than what I've got. I didn't need to take them screws out after all that. Those two little screws, I didn't need to take them out at all. So I'm going to put them back in straight away. Being gentle as I can so I don't bend the pipe. Support it underneath. I took them out and didn't need to. I bet everyone was screaming at me about you don't need to take them out. Just dust off that fan. It's going to be an interesting one to see what temperatures this reaches when it's back together. I may have to do it in the second half, the actual test of it, because as I say, I've got to go out. Perhaps I shouldn't have started it. I have to try and catch my days when I'm able to do the work. And this morning I just happened to have been alright. I'm going to put a tiny bit of oil in there, in just a tiny drop. Here we are. Just this is a tiny drip of oil. That's it. It's ordinary machine oil for motors and gears and stuff. I don't know if you've noticed my picture's not in the corner anymore. That's because yeah, I'm having trouble with that particular camera. I can, it spins nice and free. You want, no, that's not bad. So it's purely, it looks to me like it was purely where the fan was clogged up. Because that was definitely okay, that stuff. I didn't need to cut that tape there at all. I thought it'd come off of there, which would have been a logical thing anyway. But it was purely this side, the way it clips on. Strange clips, these are. Bet I'm going to have trouble getting this back on. Yeah, see, I said I wouldn't have any trouble. This tape's a different thing. It's obviously an insulator for something. In there. You can see light through it into the fan housing. Where I've cut that tape, I'm going to just put a piece back on there. Deliberate mistake. It was deliberate. Oh dear, these. I really am shaking on the inside today. It's a bit weird, I tell you. Would have been better to have cut this one across there. Do you know that? Oh no, I couldn't, could I? Because it's connected on there. Oh no, I could have. It might have been better to have cut this one through there. And that would have left this piece, and then I could have just put a piece across there. Still, you live and learn. Right. Now, clean up the CPU. A socketed CPU, that probably means you can upgrade this one to another CPU. So this the graphics this one produces is the old Windows GM 945, I think. Yeah, 945s. It's one of the original, not very powerful, no good at all for any sort of gaming, like high-end stuff. Probably does okay in the sort of games I would play. Right, that's that fan unit back together. Goes on like so. So that would be okay, that curly bit. It's still got its insulator on there. I think it's designed to make sure it diverts the hot gases the right way, not back into the case. I think I'll put a little bit of glue on there just to hold them corners down, because you don't want the hot gases blowing back into the case, because that would just create a problem. Am I being fussy here or not? Can't use the metallized tape because it's a this is electrical tape, but it's actually got a high heat tolerance. Used it before in stuff like this. Just to pin them corners down. That there is a metallized pad, and it sticks to the heatsink itself, because if you blow air over a piece of metal you get a static discharge, and that takes it down to earth into the main case. I suspect when you put it in the case it'll have another just take it to the case to stop the static building up. There we go, I'm happy with that. Getting cluttered up here. Right, that's the fan back together. That's back, that's back. Right, now let's get some heat pads and a heat pad and some paste. There. Where's the paste? There it is. I just used this one, thermal grease, for CPUs, VGAs, LEDs, chipsets and other components. HY 510. Probably not the best, but anyway, you don't put them onto the heatsink, you put them onto the CPU. This goes on the CPU. Don't want to overdo it, just enough. Spread it over a little bit. Stab it on there like that. Look at that. Like brand new. Now heat pad. What have I got? I want one similar thickness. What's that one? What's that one? That one there. No, there it is, the blue one. Here we are. Oh dear, excuse me, I'm just going to have to get on the floor. Pick that up. Oh dear, knock the camera. I'm wondering if I've got too much stuff in my workshop. I'm back again. Anyway. There's the top and the bottom. I've already peeled the bottom off. There's a film on here. Like that, see? Take that off. Oh, there's no point leaving that on because it won't. Turn that light off under there. I dropped so much stuff on my workshop floor that I've actually put a light under the bench so I can pick the stuff up again. Right, so you've got the heat pad on and you've got the thermal paste on. Now when I put this on, that spread that over where it needs to go. Do not forget to connect the fan. This one's a little bit awkward. Line it up, drop it down. Now you've got a number, there's numbers on these. Start off with number 1. One. 2, which you expect is opposite. 3. 4. 5. 6. Fan's connected and it's back in where it goes. Right, I just want to have a look at this. You know where the BIOS battery, look, it goes underneath the modem. Not the nicest of designs. Here it is, it plugs in under here. I'm going to leave that like that because when I redo the BIOS I'm going to just fit a different one in. And I should just solder it on the end of the wires. You could take the modem out of this. So what was that other wire which I had over here? Where did it go? It went on the case. Let me just have a look. It's the speaker connection, that one at the front there. You remember it, this one here, I couldn't have said it was a different one. It's actually the speakers. That's an interesting bit, isn't it? This, to be honest with you, this one's quite clean. The board hasn't need to be, I don't need to dust the board off at all. I'm just going to secure them two wires that I had from the battery so I don't lose them inside. I'm going to put them on the memory. Otherwise when I put it back in the case I'm going to lose them. Get it around the right way. When I'll get a battery and I'll just join them on, so I think because it makes it very difficult to say, look, that's the battery, tiny little thing. I may test the battery and it may go back in. Right, here we go then. I'm going to tidy up too much stuff. Oh, just a quick dust out on the board, only around the heatsink out across the speakers. It's quite clean in here. There's very little dust, which is surprising me. That's where I pulled out all that. You know, from the other side where I pulled all that out. This is a shielding. This metallized stuff. Anyway, let's see if it goes back in better than it come out. Connect up power. You can get to this from inside, sort of. I noticed when this was on my bench power supply, it actually drags 4 amps. And then it settles down to about 2.2 amps once it's all booted up. I don't know what it is for the battery charge or anything like that, because the battery doesn't work. It doesn't even take a charge, so it doesn't even attempt to charge the battery. That was the one that was the bother up that end, wasn't it? Well, that went back. Well, you ain't sitting down yet, is it? Get the volume one in. Just prise the case a little bit to get these ones in. Yeah. Oh, make sure that goes, the little switch goes in its slot. Surprisingly awkward. It's not in properly, is it? Oh, I've trapped the speaker lead under there, haven't I? Deliberate mistake. Let's start again on this bit. There must be a way of doing this without it. I should have not trapped them speaker leads down there. Oh, come on, stop it, stop it. No one reminded me, did they, that I had the wires for the speakers stuck underneath. And I still can't get it. Hello folks, welcome to my world. Hooray, the motherboard's back in. Now put the two screws in that belong to it. What do it? I'll put them in there. One here. One down here, that was it. Not you. And one down here. Connect the speakers. Connect the USB on. That's for the side view. That's that. Connect the modem, which is over here. Under there. Modem's got its own little slot. We'll put it like that. Right, have a look at it. See what you ain't put in. Right, now put back the little header. I think it's called a header. Get it the right way up. Plug it in. Put that on there. I don't know how many of you are going to be doing a P300, but this is a standard P300. Did I put them in that box or that box? Problem with dementia is you don't know, you forget very, very quickly what screws go where. Very quickly. I mean, and that's what mucks you up a lot of the time. I think I'm getting this right. I think I'll put, because the hingy ones, the pot where I've got the hinge screws in for the screen and that are and when you get it all back together, you just have to hope. Now, I'm just checking to see, because I got practically no memory of where things come from. You know, it is a problem for me. Look at that, I didn't get that. Undo that screw again. There's a little wireless switch over here, and it has to engage in a little slot. Like that. Times I've put these back together and the little slot wasn't in. It's a tiny little slot just here, and when you put the board back in, it lines up with the switch, and the slot is on the switch at the front. Put that screw back in, and it's happened to me loads of times. I think we're ready to start putting this back. Now it's anyone know anything I've forgotten? Couldn't really tell me anyway, could you? Because I don't do them live ones. I have trouble doing these ones. Yep, connected speakers, that one. What went in that one? That was the on-off button. That one's the on-off button connector. That was for the multimedia buttons. This one was for the mouse. This one was for the keyboard. What was that one? Don't think it was anything. Was it? Disconnect. It's got pins in there. It's for something. Perhaps this used to have a Bluetooth on it. Or is this one then where the Bluetooth is in the wireless? Is in the wireless card. Yeah. Right, let me just have a look at this. Yeah, there's only 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 the keyboard. That one didn't have nothing in it. You all probably knew that anyway, but I didn't. Right, now the screen goes back on next. Hang on, it went, didn't it? It slotted in. Oh, that's it. That's it. The screen screws I'd put separately, hadn't I? They're all the same length. Where the red dots are that you put in. I put the... Most of you would probably remember where the screws go. I don't. That's why I've... 1. Get it lined up. There are little arrows on here, which is nice. Toshiba, they were such a lovely company. You know, they made bloody good laptops. It's a shame they went down. Perhaps they made them too good. Nice 3 screws that side, and 3 screws this side, looking for your red dots. Right, run your cables. This one come from this side. This is your wireless antennas, which they go into the screen and go up each side and across the top, or straight up behind the screen and then across the top. Some do, some don't. This come across here and went down through that hole there. Just there, I hope. And then this tape stuck on there. Is it still sticky enough? Yeah. And then come across to this side, and it's your screen connector. Hasn't gone in properly. What is that? Take it out again. Should go in better than that. An awkward screen connector to get in. It's a little bit down a hole. I've done it again, one side only. Let's get that side in first. That's it. That's better. That's it. What a strange design. It's on a little bit of board that sticks out there, but it's so easy to break that off. That's the screen in and the connections. Now, it's all going back together better than I thought. Just have a quick look at how this is. See if you can see anything that's not as it should be. A little bit of dust with the speakers on. Did I turn you back on? Sorry, I'm just checking the camera. It's still running. Right, now oh dear. Lucky it's only this hand. It's normally, sometimes it could be both. I have to wait. I can't do nothing when it does this. It's getting harder and harder to control, and the voice is not good either. What's that? What's that mean? Something here's stopping me. Not many clips on this one. Seems to be they rely on the screws all the way round. They haven't bothered with clips. That's strange. Anyway, on this one, what I believe I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is that one marked A? Don't know, but there's no connection there. Doesn't go in at all. We got that one. Anyway, it was, doesn't say what size screw. I believe it was these ones. Not big, not short. Yeah, that feels right. There's 3 in here, from what I can remember, which isn't very much. I didn't mark them, did I? Fancy not marking them, I don't know. while I'm here, I'm going to connect these cables, they come apart a bit hard. They're easily damaged, these sort of connectors. Now that one went in nice. That one went in nice. I like it when they go in like that. A little bit tighter, that one. That was the mouse. See, look, there's that connector, the one I said wasn't connected to anything. Wonder what that's for. It's a strange one. 2 MOSFETs there. They might be the input ones. What did that go to? There's no cables. I didn't take any out of there. Must have been maybe a backlit keyboard. Did they have them on them at this age? Don't know. Put the CD-ROM back in, because that's this side. I might as well get this side done. That was a short screw, I believe. Let's have that one. I might as well finish this side off, because while I'm here, put the keyboard back in. If you get it right way up, it helps. Flick the little bar out of the way. Careful. Is my head in the way? I hope not. I hope that's in. Well, I can always come back to that, can't I, if it's not. Right, couple for the keyboard now. They were middle screws, I believe. Medium ones. Another medium one. I'm not going to put the trim in yet. Oh, get the pad back, because I don't want to scratch it, do I? Right, modem wires, which come up through here. Slightly the wrong place. Other than that, that's alright. Now sometimes these are marked white and black. Oh, but these ones, the grey ones over there, I believe. Nice click sound, that's in there. You can imagine when I'm shaking what it's like to do little clips like this. Can't quite get it. Used to find it so easy, but now it's a It's a job to even do the simple bits. Anyway, isn't this a long video? Still, you've seen it start to finish. That's it. Now we put some screws back in. We've got 8. That must be an 8. This is something to do with the screen hinge. Oh, did that screw come out? No, I don't know. An 8 goes in here. That feels good. Another 8 goes in there. Talking to myself now, just to help me. There's a small one in the back. What was it? I think it was a 6. I'll soon find out. Let me have a look. Might have been a 4. Let's feel how it goes in. No, I think it was a 4. Did I take a 4 out of there? That one. That's it. It felt wrong, that one did. Don't know why. They go into the hinges. So you put another 4 in this one. Over this side. Because this is such a big laptop, I don't know if you're getting all this. This is the boring bit. You can switch off now if you want, and I'll let you know how it goes when I power it up. Or you're going to wait for the smoke. Yeah, that's an 8. That was an 8. Where's another 8? There's another 8. Another 8. Lots of 8s. Hope I don't run out of 8s. It means I've put one in the wrong place, doesn't it? It's nice of them to mark them, isn't it? Really is. That's a 6.5, which would be that one, I would think. Guessing. If you get it wrong, you can feel that you're going into the case and out the other side. It's horrible when that happens because it destroys the case. What's that? That's a 6.5, which is that one. Of course, some of these aren't marked. Most of them are, but some of them. There's another 6.5 over there. There's no set pattern to these, how you do them up. Just nip them up. You don't want to yank them up. There's no need. 6.5 there. Is that going in? Oh yeah. Just check that one. Yeah. Well, if you follow the instructions, 6.5 there. You can imagine what it's like when you've got it all back together, you've done all this, and then you think, I haven't connected the fan. It happened to me on a compact CQ65. And I mean, they are horrible to take apart, worse than this one. 6.5 there. And straight away you boot it up and it comes up on the screen, no fan, fan not connected, it says. You couldn't tell me that before I put it back together. 6.5. That is. Don't say what that one is, so we'll put a 6.5 in there. I think most of them are 6.5s. As I say, these Toshiba ones, they were, what a lovely company they used to be. Other people have got other opinions, but I used to have a Cosimo, a P, not a P. Yes, it was a P. No, it was an X205, which is basically a P200 uprated. Gorgeous machine. I wished I'd kept it. And that's a short screw in there, because you can see when there's short screws. I think there was two over here, wasn't there? Short. Another short there. Trying to remember the hidden ones now. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong one I've put in there, I believe. I went for a short one and it wasn't that short. It ain't coming back out. Where's my magnet? The magnet ain't getting it either. Try another magnet. Obviously, you have to be careful with magnets, waving them around. Let's get it back out. At one time, I used to have a magnetic pot where I put the screws in, and they all used to gather on it, and that made the screw magnetic. But that had its own problems, didn't it? Because all the screws used to stick together. That's it. That one was too short. It must have been out of here. Was there another one there? No. That one there. That's slightly deeper, so it'll be one of these again. So you notice that there's slightly different screws. It's nice if you can see the depth of it. It's nice to have that. Sometimes they haven't got the second SD connector. SSD. SATA. Something like that. Right, I've done that one. Done that. That would be the other one there. 6.5. Nearly there, folks. Folks. That's 6.5. That's that screw I forgot. Remember it. Done that one. Done that one. Got one to go in there. Must be that one. I hope. If it is, it's a different one. No, it fits. Right, we've got all these. What's that one? That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. It's got one left over of that size. Let's do these little ones and see what I end up with. That has 3 in it of the little ones. That's them across the front there. If I start chatting to you and then I go off to a different track, totally, that's dementia. One, two, three. Look at that. I got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I suspect that where I put a big one in there, was it a big one in there or a little? I'm trying to sort out where. Let's take that little one out of there and put in a slightly bigger one. No, it's a little one in there. I was right with it. So perhaps the bigger one goes in the bezel, you know, above the keyboard. Anyway. Those are for the keyboard. I've got one over. Got 2 4s and 2 2s. I've obviously put a short one where a big one should have gone. Right, let's put the memory back in. Here's the memory. 2 GB this one's got in it. Leave that there for me wires. Put a hard drive back in it. Look at that, we're on the home stretch. Hang on, no, you have to go like that through the slots at the back and then go forward into it. That's what that one was for. So I've put a short one where a long one should have gone. That's what looks like it. Put that case back on. Do you think it's going to work? Da, da, da. What's that bulge in there? What's happened there? I haven't put that back on properly. Hang on. Oh, I see. There's a slot there to go in. Oh, I see. It's got a broken clip. I thought it was trapped under the wrong bit. Don't know why they put a clip there and yet they haven't put a clip anywhere else. Don't make sense, does it? There's one clip right in the middle. Just to, don't know. It's not like it needs it. This is the other hard drive case, which goes in the other way. I'm going to put the battery in, even though it doesn't do anything. It's the testing. Da, da, da. Oh, cool. I've got not enough hands, have I? Now I don't know how I'm going to do this to show you, but I'm going to try. Right, power supply, 19.4 volts. get the plug. I don't know if most of you have got these power supplies, but they tell you a lot about the machine the moment you plug it in. Right, it's plugged in, and I got 10 milliamp. 2, 3. Now it's trying to charge the battery. It's going to 300. I'm going to press the power button. I'll get it like this. Now if it's going to do anything, it'll do it nicely. It's come on. So 760 milliamp. Restarting. The fan's blowing on my hand. Oh, it puffed. 7, 800. Toshiba! Means I haven't done nothing seriously muck up. It's Windows 10. Hang on a second while I put this in. It's there. Mouse is working. Well, how about that then, people? All I've got to do now is turn on the temperatures. Say yes to that. If it's still getting too hot, the temperature at the moment is 47, 49, 50. If it stays below 60, 65, I've achieved a lot. Because it was just ticking over on the screen before, and it was reaching 90 degrees C, even without doing anything. It's a Pentium dual core T2370 socket P. I don't know. Frequency is 1728. What else did it say? Clock speed is actually running at 100% load already. Just sitting here. And the temperature is 51 degrees, and we're burning 2.20, 2.30 amp. So it's over 2 amps continuously, obviously not doing anything. But I think it's just done some sort of an update. The screen all moved. Temperature 51 degrees. Going up a little bit now. I hope the heat pad I used was the right one, because those heat pads you can get, they're all different types. I think I've achieved something here. I think 52, 54, 54, 50. I think it's good because it's staying below 60. Anyway, so you've now seen how to do a P200 that's overheating. I'm sorry it was such a long video. And if I find there's any problems with it, I'll let you know in the next video. I've actually got another one of these coming, which is in a very, very sorry state. I bought 2 of them from different people. Going to use one for spares to get the other one going, but when this one turned up, there wasn't much wrong with it. It was just overheating. Apart from it's still got the password on the BIOS. I I'll look into that. There's a couple of solder joints inside. You short them across while you turn it on, and it resets the BIOS back to factory. Anyway, it's reached 55, 56, 55, 56. I think it's going to be good now. Yeah. Strange, chord 0 is 54 degrees, which is which is 4 degrees lower. Don't think it means anything, because it just means one core's doing a bit more work. Anyway, thank you for watching or listening, and all those that fell asleep, you can go and have a cup of tea now. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you again very soon.